Fanciful Lady's come out of the stall, I notice. He's trotting around behind the starting point. Fanciful Lady. So I would suggest this will probably come out, Amber Gaze, making no attempt to come up. And Fanciful Lady still out. Darren Beedman placed in the ambulance, we're told. There's Jimmy Cassidy on the favourite, Dantalar. He's drawn hard up against the outside rail, and Quincy Love's riders out of the saddle. So, Quincy Love might be another one to come out. And what's happened with Darren Beedman? That's the rider of Quincy Love there. Oh, yeah, he's in the ambulance. Darren Beedman looks to have hurt himself. And Quincy Love's rider also walking over. So we've got two that could come out here, and there's the warning siren. Number 5, Amber Gaze. And the saddle's come off Quincy Love. So we'll stand by for an announcement. Trouble before the Cadbury Roses Stakes. Starter ascends his rostrum. Amber Gaze out. Quincy Love out. 2 late scratchings at the barrier. Amber Gaze and Quincy Love. And now they're ready to run. After a lengthy delay. Set for a start. Late scratchings, Amber Gaze, number 5. And Quincy Love, the other one. Fanciful Lady standing in well, and away they go. Dantalar quickly jumped away in company with Techniques, who began smartly also, and Royal Agenda showing speed. And they were followed now. The bulk of them going across to the flat side rail. Espino ducking in behind those leaders, which are It's a Giggle up in the firing line. Elizabeth Take Manhattan Accept is going very fast, and so is Empower down there. And towards the grandstand side, Dantalar showed the way in advance here of Techniques just behind her, Royal Agenda. Newtown Beach is a bit further back, followed by Lunar Flight. As they race down past the 800-metre mark on the flat side rail, Accept is the leader from Empower. And further back then, Take Manhattan, followed by My Little Lucy. It's a Giggle just in behind them. And further back in the field, a bit further away then at the head of the others, making up some ground, there is a spinner. And down the grandstand side, Dantalar is being tackled for the front, running by Techniques, and just behind them are Snapshots and Royal Agenda. On the course proper, Accept on the inside, the leader here, about a length in advance of Scandinavia, running into the picture. Empower can't go on at the moment. Take Manhattan, Fanciful Lady. It's a Giggle. Scandinavia coming to Accept down on the inside. On the grandstand side, Dantalar is clear now of Techniques as they run down with 150 to go. We're over on the inside. Accept is just in advance of Scandinavia, and Dantalar down the outside has got them beaten. Dantalar too strong at the finish, wins it well. Dantalar from Accept. Third, Scandinavia, followed by Empower. Back in behind them, Techniques, followed by Fanciful Lady. It's a Giggle, Snapshots, and further away, My Little Lucy, followed by Royal Agenda, Espina, Take Manhattan, behind them, Newtown Beach, and the last home is Lunar Flight.
Another one to Jim Cassidy, number 1, Dantalar, $1.90 and $1.20. Number 3, Accept, $5.70. Number 7, Scandinavia, $2.40. Those 2 late scratchings, Amber Gaze and Quincy Love. Amber Gaze, ridden by Darren Beedman. He did go to the ambulance, but he walked there under his own steam. And Damien Oliver also hitched a ride back with the Zambucks. He was the rider of Quincy Love. 2 late scratchings from race 6, but the favourite getting home in very convincing style. That's 3 straight for Dantalar in Melbourne. Upcoming race. Before we go to the Cup at Clare, they're getting ready now for the Sutcliffe Stakes. Here's John.
And on the inside, the first amount out from Blue Blood, beginning well, Royal Agenda. And over on the outside, Strike Force has got away pretty well, being followed closely by Going Up Fast, Gulrock around the outside as they go up to the 1600-metre marker. And Going Fast, Kowloon has taken the lead with Vocalist. Just in behind them then is Richland over on the inside, being followed by Gulrock and Racy Dancer. Strike Force back along the inside, being followed by Our Savannah. Length further back is Blue Blood. Star Legs is in behind them, and further back along the inside, the Hind, followed by Tricover. Astro Girl well back in the field, followed by Young Patrick, and last of all Moretti. Down the side of the track they race at the 1300, and Going Fast to take over now is Our Savannah, about a length and a half in advance of Kowloon. Vocalist is third, followed by Racy Dancer. Gulrock on the outside of Richland. 2 lengths further back is Strike Force, a length and a half to Blue Blood. Back in behind them Star Legs and Tricove, further back with a Hind. Well back in the field to Astro Girl. Marine Spirit's a long way to the ground. She's third last, followed by Moretti, and Young Patrick is last of all. Down the side, just just over 850 metres left to go. Our Savat, the leader, by a length and a half in advance here of Vocalist, moving a bit closer. Racy Dancer next on the outside, being followed by Kowloon and Guraka. A length and a half, then Strike Force making ground, followed by Richlander, then Blue Blood, followed by Star Legs, and further back in the field, Tricove, Marine Spirit, Astro Girl. Moretti well back behind, has got back to second last, and Young Patrick is last of all as they straighten up. 450 out. Our Savat 2.5 lengths clear of Racy Dancer, coming down the outside. Strike Force with a good run. Vocalist back behind them, and they're followed by Gurok, and further back in the field then is Blue Blood as they run down with about 300 metres left to go. Our Savat is well clear of Strike Force, is under the whip, and coming down the outside, Blue Blood, followed by Tricove. Our Savat, the leader. Tricove now in the clear, coming home. Well's the danger. Tricove over on the outside, coming at Our Savat. Tricove takes the lead, and Tricove is drawing away. Tricove wins it well, getting up for second. Blue Blood third. Our Savat, then Strike Force. Further back to Richland, followed by the Hind, who was never a threat. Back in behind the Marine Spirit and Star Legs, and further back Moretti, followed by Vocalist. Back in behind them then Astro Girl, followed by Kowloon, Racy Dancer, and Young Patrick's run last. Tricove the winner, ridden by Shane Dye. Sydney horses have dominated the Spring Carnival here in Melbourne. There's another one. Where are the Victorians? They're missing. Not known at this address. Number 4, the winner, Tricove, ridden by Shane Dye in the Sutcliffe Stakes. Number 4, Tricove, ridden by Shane Dye. Raced by Mr. K.Y. Lim, S.Y.S. Wong, a 3-year-old bay colt by Ravocious, out of Triscahi, trained by Bill Mitchell at Randwick, and winning in great style over number 1, which is Blue Blood, ridden by Gavin Eads. Third placing to number 12, and that is Our Savat, who's hung on very well for third money after making all the running, ridden by Sam Highland. Tricove, the winner, ridden by Shane Dye. Has had 2 runs since arriving here before today. That was a 6th of 10 at Caulfield. And then it ran 8th of 15 behind Antiquity here in the Carbine Club Stakes on Saturday. So it's improved a bit on those 2 runs to score here. Pretty smart galloper from Sydney. And will pay a dividend of $19 and $5.20. Blue Blood second, $2.80 was number 1. Number 12 third. Our Savat pays $8.60. Number 6 fourth, Strike Force. And number 13 was 5th, and that was Richland. 148.2, the Hind, a disappointing run. Was near last into the straight, past a few tired horses in the run of the post. But Tricove, the winner, number 4, at $19 and $5.20. Number 1, Blue Blood, $2.80. And number 12, Our Savat, third, $8.60. Bill Mitchell there would be very pleased with Tricove's run as he speaks to the media after that horse's win in the Sutcliffe Stakes, the second last on the card. The time 148.2, 1 race to go here, Flemington. The Women's Day Cup over a distance of 1,600 metres due at 4:45.
Well, there it is, John Russell at Flemington, the one to go, the Women's Day Cup. It's currently time for 4:45. I suppose we haven't heard of any change. That previous race that you saw, it was only back 5 minutes. Raymond Shane Dye getting one home at Flemington. Tricove for Bill Mitchell. There's the totes at Gatton. Cyclops Smart Ascot Special or Century Edition. Quinella $6.40 and the Trifecta $22.90. Light. This is the Clare Cup, the Leasingham Classic Clare Cup over 1,800 metres. An expert on Leasingham, here's Ron Paps.
Moved up pretty well. Young Paul Shears not with the big Lindsay Park contingent here today, now riding up in Darwin, but he'll be looking on Sky, I'm sure. And all the Lindsay Park crew, this is their traditional play day, one day of the year here in South Australia at Clare on Cup Day. They're having a great time. Good race this, good even field, not a big field, but they're set, they're ready, and they're racing now in the Leasingham Cup. And it was a pretty tidy dispatch. Bay Tram away okay. Frenzal Rom, they're both easing back a little as Maranka Spirit puts the pressure on with Armbra going onto the course proper. And at the 200 in the first circuit now, it's Maranka Spirit wide out. Bay Tram the inside and Armbra the centre. But Maranka Spirit's now going to oblige and extends to go to the front by a couple at the post with the circuit to travel. He's broken out a bit though, Maranka Spirit, and leads at the post by a length and a half. Armbra second. Third placing Bay Tram held together. Fourth Poetic Action getting the run of the race for the moment from Delbra moving up outside of I Like Beer. Then further back to Grange and Frenzal Rom is bowling along at the tail of the field. Maranka Spirit with his head down on his chest, led by a half now to Armbra. The pace slackens and Delbra's off around them 3 deep, 1,200 out, and is going to put a bit more speed into it. Bay Tram 2 away settles okay, but so too is Poetic Action, travelling beautifully in the early stages from Grange outside of I Like Beer and Frenzal Rom. Into the far side they go, 1,000 metres from home in the cup, and Delbra took over, a length and a half, nearly 2 now Maranka Spirit. 1 1/4 off third Armbra, 2 lengths away Bay Tram with the big weight fourth. Then Then came on the inside I Like Beer, followed then by making some headway Grange with Poetic Action the centre as they quicken, and 2.5 away dropping out Friends of Rom for the moment. Along that far side towards the side turn now, and with 620 to go, Delbra led by a length and a half. Second Maranka Spirit, Armbra under the whip third, Baytram fourth and Niggledat. Grange next with I Like Beer, Poetic Action and Friends of Rom. But Delbra led in the cup as they come around the side of the 400 now. It's 2 lengths in front of in second placing Maranka Spirit. Baytram starting to come with this big weight out wide, and then Poetic Action. Armbra's gone. So as I Like Beer. Further out Grange and Friends of Rom. Delbra led for home. Baytram is the one calling on it now, and then came Poetic Action into the clear with his big weight. Baytram goes to Delbra. Poetic Action with the lighter weight comes at him. It's Baytram and Poetic Action. Poetic Action takes the lead 50 metres out. Baytram tries hard, but Poetic Action too good. Wins coming away. A length and a half to Baytram. Third might be Friends of Rom from Delbra fourth. Not that far away. Then came Maranka Spirit, I Like Beer. Armbra knocked up, and Grange was last.
Now that was the Clear Cup, number 4 Poetic Action, paying $2.50 and $1.20. Number 1 Baytram $1.60, and number 2 Frenzal Rom has come down the outside to run third $1.90, just tipping Delbra out of the place. Now this is the final race on Oaks Day coming up, and Johnny Russell, he's gone for number 10 Raging Force, ridden by Shane Dye. I'm hoping Gregory Hall can get the money on Brave Strike. Here's John Russell.
Stormy Jim on the inside. We can't see the start of this. They're off now. And on the inside, Stormy Jim was one of the first to get out with Go Rami beginning well. Also as the Prior and Nitro away quickly with Go Go Goldsmither. And Raging Forces going up towards the lead, being followed by Jametti and Reaper Barn around the outside, followed by Brave Strike and Proud Poet in behind them. Nitro dropping back in the field, being followed by Past Master, a length and a half. Fonzarelli second last, and Regal's Conspiracy is last of all. Jametti takes the lead as they come up past the 1200 metre mark, about to be tackled for the front, running by Reaper Barn. And just in behind them, going forward towards the leader, Space Cash and Jametti. And they're followed closely a bit further back by Raging Force, who's getting into the box seat, and back in behind them Paris Archway. Down the side, Reaper Barn the leader. Jametti on the inside of Space Cash, a length and a half to Raging Force. They're followed closely by Go Rami and Brave Strikers making ground. A bit further back in the field, then over on the outside, Go Go Goldsmith, and they're followed after a gap in the field then by Proud Poet, the Prior, well back Nitro, followed by Fonzarelli and Regal Conspiracy as they come up towards the home turn. Reaper Barn the leader by a length in advance of Space Cash. Jametti is just in behind them, and around the outside Paris Archway, followed by Raging Force looking for a run. At the head of the others then, wide on the track is Proud Poet, and Brave Strikers putting it a run as they straighten up with about 500 metres left to go. Reaper Barn the leader, Paris Archway in second place, and down the outside Brave Strike and Raging Force still can't get a crack at them. Reaper Barn is the leader with about 300 metres left to go from Paris Archway, and Raging Force now in the clear starting to run on. Paris Archway back behind them, Space Cash, and further back is Jametti. Reaper Barn is the leader. Raging Force is starting to pick it up in the final stages. Reaper Barn tackled by Raging Force, coming at it down the outside. Reaper Barn just in front of Raging Force. Reaper Barn just in front, close to home. Raging Force made a lunge at it. Very tight, Raging Force and Reaper Barn on a tight one. And close for third also, Proud Poet. Regal Conspiracy flashed up there with Stormy Jim and Paris Archway, followed by Go Rami and Jametti. And then Fonzarelli, Space Cash behind them, followed by Nitro and the Prior. Dendy Park, followed by Brave Strike, and last of all, Go Go Goldsmith. Photo. And it's a tight one, and there it is. Raging Force has got up. Raging Force in the last hop has been lifted over the line here in the official photo to nose out Reaper Barn in the last stride. Number 10, Raging Force, ridden by Shane Dye, winning double. He's absolutely lifted that home. Great ride. Number 10, the winner. In the photo is Raging Force. Shane Dye, raced by the Contract Racing and Breeding Syndicate. Managed by Mr. David Moody, a 5-year-old bay gelding by At Talak out of Pseudonym Miss. Trained by Jim Mason at Flemington, completes a winning double for Shane Dye, winning double here this afternoon for Jim Cassidy. And there's a great ride by Shane Dye, who's run the last 2 races here this afternoon. Time 1:35.8, all placings 10-1, and a further photo. There's about 4 of them gone over the line for third. Regal Conspiracy's one that's got home hard in that photo for third. Right down the outside. And there's about 4 across the track. And a pretty close go as we'll wait for the official print to come up. Not a print anymore, but it's the image on the screen that we'll see hopefully in just a moment or two. And Raging Force, very heavily backed in the last of the day, has grabbed the prize right on the post. Reaper Barn a stride in front going to the post, but Shane Dye's absolutely lifted it. Number 14 is third. Proud Poet has run third. Number 14, Proud Poet, is third. Just ahead of Regal Conspiracy. So, and number 5 ran 5th, only inches away on the rail, Stormy Jim. So 10, 1 and 14, the last of the afternoon. Great riding by Shane Dye has lifted the favourite home to victory. And defeating number 1, which is Reaper Barn, third placing to number 14, which is Proud Poet. And just waiting for all dividends to come up here, should have them in just a moment. The winner of the race, very good run by Raging Force. Now here they are, Raging Force. The Reaper Barn was in front of stride from the line. And here is Raging Force. Dye throwing everything at it. He's just getting to Reaper Barn now. That's a good battle for third. It's Paris Archway with the blue and the white star, and Proud Poet there, and Regal Conspiracy coming hard. Overhead shot of the race sees Reaper Barn about to be collared by Raging Force right on the line. Almost level with him now, and just getting the nose in front where it canted. And a good battle for third, as you saw, with Proud Poet just holding out Regal Conspiracy, and the 5th placing not far away in Stormy Jim. So the last of the day here goes to Raging Force for the Contract Racing Syndicate Stables, and Raging Force at $3.90 and $1.90, heavily supported to beat number 1 Reaper Barn at $3.20. Third, number 14 is Proud Poet, pays $8.90. Here's the finish. Good shot of the finish of the race. Head up and head down, and right on the post, it's Raging Force. Got there where it counted, just getting there in the last hop. So there it is, final race at Flemington, the favourite, Shane Dye. Great ride in the last event. That wraps it up for this afternoon. Hope you found a few winners, and we'll look forward to being back with you on Saturday for the 4th and final day of a great carnival here at Flemington, Chrysler Stakes Day. And well, it's been a great carnival so far. A record crowd here this afternoon of 75,482. Eclipses last year's figure of 67,086. That's 8,000 more, over 8,000 more here in attendance this afternoon. Another record crowd. Shane Dye back there in the weighing enclosure. John Russell signing off from Flemington, wishing you a very good afternoon.
And John, congratulations on another great day of calling. Tell me this, no truth in the rumour that the Premier's going to bring in an Act of Parliament to bar Sydney jockeys from the Melbourne Carnival?
I think it's under consideration, Rod.
Yeah, it's meant to go round though, isn't it? But what a great finish to the last. Damien Oliver and Shane Dye. And they were both punching hard. Anyway, congratulations too on the tip. John Russell's each way special getting in the last event. Raging Spirit. John will be back on Saturday. He's got a day off tomorrow. At